Welcome, everybody, to another episode of the Valero Verdict. I am your host, Ricky Valero. On today's episode, we're going to be reviewing the Bob Dylan biopic that is making noise across the nation, A Complete Unknown. Academy Award-nominated James Mangold brings a biographical drama about one of the biggest stars in music history, Bob Dylan, A Complete Unknown. Mangold co-wrote the script with Jay Cox, based on the 2015 book Dylan Goes Electric, Newport, Seeger, Dylan, and the Night That Split the Sixties by Elijah Wald. The film boasts a star-studded cast, including Timothee Chalamet as Bob Dylan, alongside Edward Norton, Elle Fanning, and Monica Barbaro. Look, it's set in 1961 New York. We follow a 19-year-old kid moving from Minnesota who arrives in the big city with his guitar, hoping to play some tunes. Dylan wants to hunt down Woody Guthrie in a hospital, where he runs into Pete Seeger and plays some music. From here, Seeger takes him under his wing, shows him the ropes, and the rest is kind of history. All right. I walked into this film with minimal expectations, just based on I know Bob Dylan's songs, wasn't a huge fan, but in my opinion, just based on the script alone, Mangold did a great job of introducing Dylan to those who are unfamiliar with Dylan, while also honoring the legend and what he did along the way. I thought this was fascinating that he didn't try to, scope over the entire history of Bob Dylan, and set it in this little 4 or 5 year time frame, which allowed you to digest some of the things that he did. To me, there's absolutely no better place in the world to set a film in than New York City. James Michael work is seeing. If there's any awards that are going to come its ways. To me, it's all about Chalamet. Chalamet is continuously showing us that he's one of the best working actors to play the guitar. There was just a vibe about this character that he portrayed as Dylan that just oozed the confidence in a way that he just roamed the city, which was so enticing. All the other did with Elvis, all but not as flashy. I bring up Butler because there's one scene in particular, and you'll see it whenever you see the film, that he just oozes this nonchalant attitude of, I don't care what you say, I'm going to do what I want to do. This moment was the turning point in the performance that really, really led to me of like, oh my God, Chalamet should be in the Oscar conversation. Along with Chalamet's mesmerizing performance, I feel like there's a lot of supporting work within this, led by Edward Norton, who I feel is fantastic as Seeger. He just is so good in this movie. And of course, Monica Barbaro, who's just broke onto the scene here with Top Gun. She's been doing work since then, but really kind of went to the forefront of a conversation around that time frame. She's amazing in this film as Joan, and she plays kind of the love interest, or kind of that guide within the film for Chalamet's Dylan. And then Elle Fanning, I just felt like she was perfect. I felt like she's kind of just this ancillary piece that really was the heartbeat of Dylan in the early stages of his life. I love the way that James Mangold whimsically intertwined Dylan's music, because it tied the story that it was telling into the capture the mind of Dylan. I felt like that every song that he placed inside this movie had a rhyme and a reason, and because of that, it was even better. Personally, is A Complete Unknown worth watching in theaters? It's excellent because of everyone in front of or behind the camera. This is a must-see on Christmas Day, from the strong ensemble cast to the technical elements to James Mangold's and fantastic direction. It's one of the year's best film. Timothee Chalamet brings Bob Dylan to life so that a new generation can grasp the legend's music. Chalamet performance was magnificent. Whether you're a fan of Chalamet or a fan of Dylan, you need to check this out on the big screen. I give the film a solid 4.5 out of 5 stars. And if you plan on checking it out on the big screen, do it on Christmas Day. Make it a family affair. Folks, if you've seen A Complete Unknown, let me know your thoughts in the comments below. Thank you guys so much for tuning in. I'll be back with another review very soon.